Rice can be skipped. Love can be let go. But Nhi is so sweet like this. How can you bear not to for the greater good? Remind the righteous fathers to hit follow and like. Going out earns 5 million. In the laboratory, senior sister suddenly ordered me and him to kiss. I thought it was some mysterious ritual. Hurriedly leaned over and kissed him once. Until he fell to the floor. Covering his mouth, face flushed red, asking me, Nhi, what are you doing? Didn't you say to kiss? I said little kiss. And you already have a girlfriend. How can you casually kiss me? He stopped here. His gaze shifted behind me. Only then did I discover. Standing behind was the person I just broke up with, white condensation ice. At the door he sneered and spoke, precious achievement. This is the experiment you mentioned. If I hadn't come, would you two be about to go to bed? His voice was full of sarcasm. My nose suddenly felt a little sour. White condensation ice was my girlfriend. More precisely, my ex-girlfriend. Because last night I had proposed to break up with him. To be honest, I never felt white condensation ice liked me that much. Because even when we were together, he would often leave me behind. Go eat with a senior from the same department. Go study together. No matter how angry I got because of it, he would never be patient. I've known that senior since high school. If there really was something, it would have happened long ago. We're just purely friends. Same major. From the same hometown. Our friend circles overlap. We simply have many common topics. Can you please stop overthinking? Yes, he was always like that. Blamed everything on me, overthinking. But never mentioned the special place that senior held. Last night was the same. He told me his stomach hurt and he needed to sleep early. I was afraid he felt unwell. Immediately got up to buy medicine, thinking of asking the dorm manager to deliver it to him. But near the pharmacy, I saw him with that senior again and again. The senior seemed in a very bad mood. Casually sitting on the curb, holding a beer bottle, face full of tears. White condensation ice stood in front of him, silently shielding, blocking the cold winter wind for him. I watched from afar, my face stung by the wind. My nose felt even more sour, hair dyed bright green. Especially when I heard the senior ask him, how are things with your little boyfriend? Why did white condensation ice suddenly mention him? I only felt, you always give me the feeling of liking him yet not liking him. Boring life has a dog, why doesn't it understand? White condensation ice's voice was extremely natural, while my heart felt like it fell into an ice cave aching. At that moment, I decided to completely give up on him. But white condensation ice was still my first love. The 2 words break up were easy to say. After returning to the dorm, I felt terrible all night. To the point that today in the laboratory, my whole body was dizzy and faint. My ears felt stuffed with cotton. Lab mates talking about college entrance exams. I heard it as barbecue. Asked them to add 1 more skewer of stretched noodles. The internship company called. Asked if I was free for an interview. I thought it was a scam call. Casually replied whatever about convenience. The sausage on the other end choked. Hung up forcefully. Only then did I react. They were asking if I was free for an interview. And even senior sister. I swear at that moment I really heard come kiss. On top of that, the laboratory has always been a place of profound mysticism. Previously a senior brother cowed out hard to equipment. Later a junior sister wore red panties while measuring data. I really thought senior sister was also planning some mysterious ritual. So I didn't hesitate to kiss her once. But clearly it wasn't. White condensation ice mocked and sneered a few more sentences. Even asked if I wanted to stay here and keep kissing. Or follow him to eat. If it were before I would definitely explain endlessly. Then hurriedly grab my bag and follow him. In the end every argument ended with me bowing first. This time he took the initiative to find me, already giving me 10 parts of the stairs. Unfortunately now I no longer need these stairs. Today I have a department gathering. Not free, said and done. White condensation ice's face darkened even more. His eyes fixed tightly on me. Then ambiguously glanced past me. Looked toward senior sister behind me. Half snorted and slammed the door as he left. The laboratory finally became quiet again. I had just let out a breath of relief. When I heard senior sister call me chronicle achievement, I quickly turned around, only to see her expression indescribably complicated. She spoke, what do you take me for? A side dish you little couple like to spy on. I was so scared my mind went blank. Explained again that I really misheard. Of course I couldn't avoid mentioning that white condensation ice and I had broken up. Senior sister's face softened quite a bit. Good then. I told you long ago you two weren't suitable. I didn't lie to white condensation ice. I really did have a department gathering. The professor didn't come. Everyone was wildly happy. Senior brother is a game master. Ordered several bottles of alcohol. Insisted on leading us to play I have you don't. The rules are very simple. Each person takes turns saying something they've done. Everyone else who hasn't done it must bend 1 finger. Whoever bends 5 fingers first loses. And must drink a glass. Senior brother demonstrated first. Grinning as he said I have been in love. All the single guys in the department groaned and bent 1 finger. What shocked me immensely. Senior sister also bent a finger. As the only PhD in the lab, she is several years older than everyone, and had never been in love. I was thinking. Junior sister vulgarly continued after senior brother. I have kissed. More people groaned and bent a finger. Junior sister nodded in satisfaction, checking her results. Suddenly cried out senior sister, what's wrong with you? You didn't bend a finger. Didn't you say you've never been in love? He shouted like that. Everyone looked over. Senior sister's fingers were still straight. Honestly not bent. Everyone immediately cheered. Senior sister looks so serious, but plays so wild in private. Kissed whom? When did you kiss without giving a title? Senior sister pressed her lips. Her ear tipped slightly red. I was stunned. It couldn't be the stupid thing I did right. To avoid being exposed. I could only fake laugh and cheer along. The others kept pressing. Seeing senior sister refuse to speak, they deliberately narrowed the scope with the game. This month I have kissed. Senior sister's finger didn't bend this week I have kissed. Senior sister's finger still didn't bend. Everyone's cheers grew louder and louder. Finally today I have kissed. Senior sister's finger paused, then suddenly clenched into a fist. The private room erupted in screams. Everyone's eyes were red with excitement. Today senior sister, weren't you in the lab all day today? Who did you kiss? I shrank my neck, not daring to move. Senior sister was just playing the game. Did she need to be this honest? On the other side, despite me trying hard to reduce my presence, senior brother suddenly slapped his head and shouted, I got it. Chronicle achievement, where are you? Today in the lab there were only you and senior sister. Did you see any suspicious guy coming in or out? I hurriedly waved my hand, all good. At this moment senior sister helplessly sighed, fine. Stop it, this round counts as my loss. I'll drink, okay? Senior brother tried to stop her, but it was too late. Senior sister downed a big glass in one go. Senior brother asked, how's your car? Senior sister froze. As if only then remembering she had driven here. Some others at the table had drunk. Some didn't know how to drive. Senior brother's gaze locked onto me again. Hey. Chronicle achievement. I remember you posted on Moments a photo of driving yourself on a trip. Right. Perfect, you haven't drunk. Later drive senior sister home, okay? I was helpless, can I still drink now? Senior sister's alcohol tolerance really wasn't good. Just one glass and she was quite drunk. Being alone with her in a narrow space was already awkward. Yet she kept looking at me through the rearview mirror, her gaze obsessive. Even if I wanted to ignore it I couldn't. Just as I was about to joke to ease the atmosphere, senior sister suddenly coldly said, Chronicle achievement. Today was my first kiss. My whole body shivered. The car jolted accordingly. Sorry senior sister. My voice was sincere. Senior sister only hummed. At that moment there happened to be a red light. Late night road. Every second seemed extremely long. And when a person is embarrassed, their small movements become especially numerous. I touched this and that. Finally my stiff fingers turned on the radio, wanting to add some noise inside the car, but tuned to walk knows what program. The male announcer opened with, today is World Kissing Day. I was helplessly doomed. The gaze from the rearview mirror at this moment seemed to turn into spider silk, layer by layer, slowly and stickily wrapping around me. I didn't dare look back, only felt something was wrong. Senior sister seemed a bit too pure, like a kitten in a pet shop touched on the head once, and wants to follow the person home. The moment this thought appeared, I hurriedly shook my head. Stop. Chronicle achievement, are you still human? Senior sister is just drunk. I screamed inside, forcefully regained my reason. The green light came on. I quickly floored the accelerator. After sobering up, senior sister and I tacitly never mentioned this again. She was still her usual calm and quiet self, patient and gentle, helping everyone solve problems. Speaking of which, I seem to have always admired senior sister quite a lot, not only because she single-handedly carried the whole department. More importantly, no matter how big a mess we made, she always calmly shouldered it. She was like an emotional stabilizer mother, always tolerant of everything about us. I'm not saying I never have unstable emotions. For example, the last time I kissed her I was completely messed up. 7 or 8 chaotic thoughts. Suddenly someone shook me hard twice. Precious achievement, senior sister is calling you. What are you thinking? I hadn't recovered yet. Almost blurted out, thinking about kissing. Senior sister was presenting PPT, her finger paused. Only then did I wake up as if from a dream and react. I was in a group meeting. Heavens. My brain developed too early. Luckily there was senior brother. He dry laughed twice to smooth things over for me. Good thing the professor isn't here. Senior sister has a good temper. Doesn't scold people. Speaking of which, didn't you break up with your girlfriend? How come you got back together so fast? Also normal. My roommate and his girlfriend of 5 years reunited 6 times. I was stunned. I scratched my head, too embarrassed to speak. All right, senior sister lightly interrupted. I don't know if it was my illusion. Her usually gentle and patient eyes, at this moment became somewhat indescribably soft, Class time, no talking about these things. In the afternoon I was focused on experiments. Wanting to perform well in front of senior sister to make up for it. Suddenly heard a familiar voice. Precious achievement come out. The tone was not polite at all. Didn't need to turn around to know who it was. To be honest, I really didn't want to get entangled with white condensation ice anymore. But if I didn't go out, he would stubbornly stand at the door. Other lab mates curiously looked at him. I could only grit my teeth and go out. Chronicle achievement, he spoke to me. While searching inside the laboratory. Before, how come I never saw you so studious? Soaking in the lab every day. You don't want to spend more time with that bitch, do you? My hair stood on end. Afraid senior sister would hear. I quickly jumped up to cover his mouth. Pulled him aside. Only when we were several meters from the door. Did I lower my voice and glare at him, clean your mouth. Do you think everyone is like you? White condensation ice sneered. Showing an expression of I knew it as expected. I knew you were because of the senior thing. I've told you many times I got angry. I and him, I don't care. I interrupted him, afraid he didn't hear clearly. Repeated once more, I don't care. Now we've broken up. Even if you go pursue her, I still don't care. Stop being so self-sentimental, okay? Before I read too many novels. First love plot too heavy. That's why I kept entangled with white condensation ice. Couldn't bear to break up. But now I understand. Forced melons aren't sweet. I'm also too lazy to eat this melon. After I finished speaking, I quietly looked at white condensation ice. Not a trace of feeling in my eyes. He stood stunned. Only after a long time did he clench his teeth and force out, I don't care. Precious achievement, don't regret it. Then I pushed him. And walked back into the laboratory. The experiment on the screen had ended. I screenshot the error and sent it to senior sister, but just now she had step by step guided me on what to do. Senior sister, yet now was silent. I carefully poked my head out. Peered over two computers to look at her. Only to see her leaning back in her chair, rubbing her forehead over and over, seeming extremely tired. I still needed her for something. Hurriedly ran in front of her. Softly asked senior sister, are you tired? Let's go eat dinner. It's just dinner time. Her fingers twisted halfway. Opened her eyes to look at me. Her gaze carrying emotions I couldn't understand. Am not hungry. Also don't want to eat. If not hungry, still need to eat a little. Your stomach isn't good to begin with. Be careful not to feel uncomfortable tonight. Her hand slowly dropped. She also slowly sat up. This isn't something you need to care about. Chronicle achievement. She sat against the light. For a moment I couldn't quite see her expression. My body also stiffened accordingly. Did senior sister mean to blame me for lacking boundaries? I don't know why. My face suddenly felt a bit hot. To cover the scene, I quickly lowered my head. Dejectedly and stiffly said one, I know. Then drooped back to my seat. The phone vibrated twice. I sniffed and opened it. It was a message from senior brother. Just now your girlfriend came looking for you. I took a beautiful atmospheric photo for you too. No need to thank me. I opened the photo. It was me and white condensation ice reflected in the dark glass. So when we were talking outside, people inside could see. Not only that, at that time I grabbed his sleeve, trying to pull him farther away, probably from senior brother's photo angle. It looked like we were holding hands. Really knew how to cause me trouble. No mood to reply to senior brother's message. Not girlfriend. We broke up long ago. Didn't you get back together? No, impossible to get back. I typed that. From now on I won't mention it again. Senior brother quickly recalled the photo. My mouth was like it had been blessed. That night before midnight, senior sister suddenly clutched her stomach and lay on the table, covered in cold sweat. My seat was closest to her, almost instantly noticed. Was about to call someone. She signaled me to upgrade, curled her clothes tightly, turned and walked out. I struggled at my seat for half a minute. Still jumped up, chased after. I caught senior sister at the parking lot. She was in so much pain she couldn't stand steady. I wanted to support her but was pushed away. No need, I can go to the hospital myself. After saying that, she went to open the driver's door, but had just pulled it open a crack. I slipped in. Stop it, senior sister. How can you drive like this? Get in quickly. It'll take you. Senior sister froze outside for a few seconds, finally gritted her teeth, endured the pain and sat in the passenger seat. I saw her cold sweat flowing more and more, her face pale as paper. Hurriedly helped her fasten the seatbelt. She was in so much pain she could barely move, even less strength to resist. Only her broken voice fell into my ears, like light feathers. Why can you be like this to everyone? She hadn't finished speaking, because I had already floored the accelerator and shot out. When senior sister finished the arrangements, more than an hour had passed. At that time I had run back and forth to pay her fees, completed the procedures, even poured her a cup of hot water, returned to her side. Too many people in the hospital. I had no seat, could only squat in front of her, handed her the water. Not hot anymore, drink a sip. Senior sister had just finished the injection, no longer in such pain, but still weak. She took the cup from my hand, drank 2 sips, then choked, coughed heaven and earth. Physiological tears followed her eyes and flowed down. I almost unconsciously raised my hand to wipe them for her. The next second both senior sister and I froze. Should say or not, this action seemed a bit too intimate. Senior sister also seemed to feel it. She raised her eyebrows to look at me. Because of coughing, the corners of her eyes were red, looking even more pitiful and charming. Chronicle achievement. I heard her softly call me. Do I usually control you too much? You want to take revenge on me? I quickly shook my head. Then did I carelessly say something wrong? That hurt you? I shook my head even faster. What kind of weird questions are these? Wild thoughts. But senior sister's eye corners became even redder. She looked like she was about to shatter. If it weren't for you, why would I treat me like this? I'm already old. Stop teasing me. I really can't take it. I stood stunned for a long time. Only then, like tongue-tied, hurriedly explained. I'm not teasing you, senior sister. Then why? She opened and closed her eyes. The corners of her mouth seemed to have a bitter smile. Not teasing me, why? Clearly have senior sister transformed into shield master. She pressed her lips. Her expression fragile. As if what she was about to say was extremely difficult. Difficult to say. My mind like pace chased and asked her, what is it? Who is clearly? What does she clearly have? Never mind, she covered her eyes. It's me doing experiments. Brain irradiated. Thought too much. I'm tired, let me sleep a bit. Senior sister finished speaking and closed her eyes, leaving me confused, standing beside. One heart restless and violent. The tear stains on my fingers still there. Even felt faintly burning. Dead hand makes your movements fast. I forcefully pinched my fingers. But I really didn't mean to tease senior sister. I just quite admire her. Plus she's usually especially good to us. I repay kindness with kindness. Is that not okay? After the four finished, senior sister didn't open her eyes again. I rubbed and rubbed my burning fingers, whole body not daring to make a sound. Finally the nurse came to remove the needle. Senior sister's sleeve was too long, covering the needle head. I unconsciously raised my hand, wanting to help roll it up for her. But before getting close she subtly avoided it. My hand awkwardly hung in midair. On the way back to school, senior sister wanted to transfer money to me. I watched her open her phone, open WeChat. Don't know if my eyes were playing tricks. My profile picture was again at the very top. The note wasn't a name but a string of equations. Perhaps before I could see clearly, senior sister quickly turned to the side. When she turned back and asked me the transfer amount, I saw. My note had been changed back to neat and tidy. 2023 group precious achievement. Inside the car, very quiet. I thought and thought, still couldn't help asking her, senior sister, did I do something wrong? No, I already said. It's me overthinking. Not your fault. Senior sister's voice had returned to normal, calm, gentle. Perhaps I always felt. In this voice, there was a bit of indescribable, unclear estrangement. I rubbed my nose. Med once. At this moment, outside the window a car happened to pass. The lights illuminated the window and also illuminated senior sister's eyes. White-green light flashed by, making her look a bit indescribably lonely. Senior sister changed the lab duty schedule. Before we were on the same day. Now she scheduled Monday, I scheduled Friday. She also no longer sat opposite me, but moved to a far corner. Every day sitting there like an iceberg. Not only that, before if I had a question just send to her, she would basically reply immediately. But now she told me to ask directly in the big group. Try not to private message her. Several times in a row even senior brother noticed. Something's wrong. When the lab was empty, he came over and asked me, chronicle achievement. Did you make senior sister angry? Senior sister has such a good temper. You can even make her mad. What on earth did you do? Tell me. I felt a bit upset, but I didn't dare say. I just kindly took her to the hospital. Kindly wiped her tears. And she ignored me. Senior brother saw I was silent. Didn't press further. Just sighed. You also know how trash our professor is. Senior sister every day, both father and mother. You made mother angry. How will you live in the future? I twitched my fingers without making a sound. Senior brother gave me an idea. Her birthday is coming soon. Give her an apology gift. Be sincere. She will definitely forgive you. I quickly nodded. Makes sense. Choosing a suitable gift for senior sister was really hard. She seemed to lack nothing. I stared at her back, observing for several days. Finally got inspiration. She always bows her head doing experiments. Why not buy her a massage chair? Afraid online wouldn't arrive in time, I directly went to a nearby mall. The sales sister introduced several models to me. I fell in love at first sight with the most expensive one. But when paying, only discovered my bank card balance wasn't enough. Actually, I still had some fixed-term savings, but withdrawing now would lose interest. Seeing me hesitate, the sales brother immediately understood. Introduced another one. Take this one. This is 1,000 cheaper. High cost-performance ratio. Bestseller in our store. Though it's a bit ugly. I pressed my lips. Always felt if it's not the best, it's not worthy of senior sister. The atmosphere fell silent. At this moment, I suddenly heard someone behind say, hey. Like smoke, isn't that your junior brother? I quickly turned around. Saw not far away, senior sister standing with 2 or 3 women. She didn't know what activity she attended. Wore a windbreaker with a fitted dress inside. Hair carefully styled. Whole person somewhat indescribably elegant and graceful. Though I always knew senior sister was beautiful. But seemed a bit too much. Unconsciously swallowed saliva. Waved to her. Senior sister walked toward me. Why are you here? She asked me. I stared at her face. Felt my head burning. Whole person like forgot how to breathe. I came to buy a gift. But money not quite enough. Still short 200. Senior sister's gentle eyes passed over me. Looked toward the counter behind me. The sales brother quickly explained. I recommended the cheaper one. He doesn't like it. I felt a bit embarrassed. Lowered my head looking at my shoe tips. Then heard senior sister ask, next month what will you eat? I raised my head a bit confused, buying something so expensive. Next month, do you still have living expenses? It's fine. Next month my savings can be withdrawn. Scratched my head answering, and I can eat less. Senior sister's eyebrows knitted tighter. You like him that much? Even hungry still must buy him an expensive gift. I became even more confused. Who is him? Senior sister lowered her eyes, said forget it. Walked over to pay. I'll pay for you first. You can slowly repay. No need to deliberately starve. Finished speaking, pushed the door. Didn't look back and left with the others. Senior sister originally had good social connections. Everyone prepared gifts very thoughtfully. To show I was different and sincere, I decided to write an extra birthday card for senior sister. Just while bowing my head thinking hard, senior sister happened to come distribute experiment reports. As soon as I saw her, I hurriedly covered the card. Senior sister's eyes looked a bit hurt. I'm not peeking. You're writing a love letter. No, I quickly explained, not a love letter. But she clearly didn't believe. Not a love letter. You're being so sneaky. Chronicle achievement. The lab is for studying. If possible, next time try to write at home, okay? I nodded, then quickly shook my head. No. Really, not a love letter. Evening was senior sister's birthday party. Others had given their gifts. Only then did I sneakily carry the box over. Heaven knows how sincere I was. I even tied a big butterfly knot on the massage chair box. But when senior sister looked down and saw what it was, the corners of her mouth stiffened. Senior sister, I tentatively called her. She seemed both laughing and angry. Chronicle achievement. Something others didn't want you give to me, not. Is for you good. Giving to me. Senior sister seemed to squeeze the words through her teeth. She accepted my gift, then put it behind her. Turned her head, no longer looking at me. I swallowed all the drafted words back into my stomach. Before, how come I never discovered? Senior sister was really hard to coax. Still couldn't make peace with senior sister. My mood also became very bad. The private room was noisy and lively. So I hid in the corner drinking. One bottle after another. Drank too much, naturally wanted to use the bathroom. But how could I think? In the bathroom, I again met White Moonlight, senior of White Condensation Ice. I was washing hands while he was adjusting his tie in the mirror. Though we had never greeted each other, he seemed to recognize me too. His gaze consciously became a bit subtle. I watched him take out his phone. Tap tap typing. Then followed behind me out together. The cold wind outside hit my face. My right eyelid immediately twitched. Raised my eyes and saw not far away White Condensation Ice. His gaze passed over me, looking behind me. Suddenly a bit panicked, brother. I came out to check on you. Afraid you were in danger. All right, the senior snorted. Not pleased, pushed past me. With this person thinking of that person. With that person thinking of this person. Your words are like an old lattice teeth. Not many are true. He said and walked forward without looking back. White Condensation Ice chased 2 steps, then stopped. He turned around. Eyes unblinking, looking at me. Precious achievement. Why did you drink so much? It has nothing to do with you. I wanted to walk past him. He stretched out his long arm. Grabbed me tightly. Said, you must talk to me like this. Look in the mirror, see how pathetic you are now. Without me, what would you become? Still stubborn, I forcefully struggled. But couldn't escape no matter what. In anger, a familiar voice suddenly sounded beside. Turned out to be senior sister. I quickly called, senior sister, help me. She glanced at me. I strongly grabbed her sleeve. Looked at her with pleading eyes. Senior sister raised her eyebrows at me. All kinds of emotions swirling in her eyes. But in the end she still pulled me behind her. Expressionless faced White Condensation Ice and said, did you come out without ears for drama? Didn't hear him tell you to let go. What does it have to do with you? White Condensation Ice scratched his hair. One face impatient. I already asked. You two are just normal department mates. You're meddling too much. Then bypassed senior sister, continued staring at me. Chronicle achievement. I really don't understand you. What kind of drama are you acting with her for me? Last time the kiss was also deliberately for me to see right. Wasn't it to make me jealous? Classic push-pull tactic used too much. Didn't increase my sense of crisis. Only pushed me farther. But looking at your part, you really like me. I'm willing to give you one more chance. As long as you come over now. I'll go cut off everything with the senior and make up with you. I felt senior sister's entire arm tense. Afraid she would leave. I grabbed her sleeve even tighter. hid behind her and cursed, "Are you sick? White condensation ice can't understand human speech. I don't like you anymore. Wish you and the senior die together." Finished speaking, afraid he would spew more trash. I quickly pulled senior sister away. Only when in a place with no people did senior sister release my hand. She raised her eyebrows looking at me. Eyes red. Chronicle achievement last time. I am not willing to be the seasoning after your fights again. Senior sister's voice was something I had cold to the bone. I opened my mouth, didn't understand why she said that. But senior sister directly turned and left. I was both panicked and anxious. All the suppressed emotions accumulated that night made my stomach churn. Then wow, I vomited. Senior sister's footsteps stopped. I vomited until tears blurred, like crying and complaining. Why are you gentle to everyone else but fierce to me? What heaven-damaging thing did I do? Alcohol seemed to paralyze my brain. I vomited until I couldn't breathe, don't know when. Suddenly a warm feeling pressed against my back. It was senior sister patting my back to help me breathe. She sighed, somewhat giving up. "You use me to make him jealous, kiss me good to me bad. I'm hurt. Now casually give me second-hand gift. My heart is already broken in half." Senior sister's eyelids trembled lightly, like fragile butterflies. "Chronicle achievement, you have a girlfriend yet come find me. Do you even have reason?" I felt I really drank stupid. So much information. Yet I only caught the strangest keyword. Second-hand gift what? That was given to you. Stop lying to me. I saw you stuff a love letter inside. That wasn't a love letter. Just a birthday card. If you don't believe, open and see. Senior sister silent. Really not for your girlfriend? I don't have a girlfriend. My mind was a complete mess. I really regretted drinking so much tonight. I completely couldn't keep up with senior sister's train of thought. Wasn't that stupid person just now your girlfriend? Senior sister's eyes strange. In the group meeting, didn't you say you reunited with him? No, it was senior brother joking. Senior sister's pupils quaked, then fell into long silence. I always felt our communication had gone wrong somewhere. After a long time, senior sister lightly cleared her throat and asked me, "You really don't like him anymore?" "Yes, the gift really was for me." "Yes, then I'll confirm again." A few minutes later, senior sister opened my gift box. Her face no longer red, person no longer shaking. She directly took the mic and said she was tired. "The birthday party ends here." The other department people hadn't had enough. Gathered to discuss a few sentences. Very quickly decided to change venue and start round 2. "What about you, Chronicle achievement?" Senior brother asked me. He drank too much. Senior sister grabbed the words, "I'll drive him home." Then find senior brother regretfully. Parking lot. Senior sister wasn't in a hurry to leave. She turned on the car light and carefully read the birthday card I wrote. I heard her use that voice praised countless times as gentle. Word by word read senior sister. "Shall we make up?" My face burned, about to explode. Couldn't sit still anymore. Jumped up wanting to snatch the card. She raised her hand high. So I crashed straight into her embrace. So soft. I thought chaotically, no wonder she's senior sister. I lay there motionless. Senior sister one-handed grabbed my shoulder, making me bear witness, saying I had agreed to make up. I really drank stupid. At such an important moment. Still thinking about that feeling just now. Mind not calm until senior sister's face suddenly came close. Her eyelashes are so long. I swallowed again. "But I have one condition in exchange." Senior sister said, "Making up is fine. Unless you agree to be my boyfriend." I blinked. Thought I drank fake alcohol and hallucinated. Senior sister suddenly laughed. Laughed, making me feel bathed in spring breeze. "You're not objecting, so you agree?" She rubbed my head. Flushed with success, started the car. My CPU was about to burn out. I had so many questions. But in the end asked the strangest one. "Senior sister, before you said I was teasing. Why did you say that?" "Not important anymore. Whether you meant to cast a wide net or not. I already took the bait." Senior sister tapped the steering wheel, seeming very happy. The lab duty schedule changed back to before. Senior sister sat opposite me again. Even wore the massager I gave her around her neck. Actually, when I drink a lot, I get film breaks. I don't clearly remember what happened that night. But I remember. Senior sister seemed to say she wanted me to be her boyfriend. Heart beating for some reason, a bit chaotic. I secretly glanced at senior sister. Unexpectedly, she was just looking at me. Before I could avoid her gaze. Already heard her ask Chronicle achievement. "Tonight I have to teach practical class to undergraduates. Do you want to come be my teaching assistant?" Yes, I dazedly nodded. That night senior sister was transferring files on the podium. WeChat chat box. Also clearly projected on the big screen. Saw my profile picture again at the very top. The note also changed back to that string of equations I glimpsed before. 21 with a heart. My heart jumped another row. The students below naturally saw too. As soon as class ended, someone secretly asked me, "Teaching assistant, is teacher Flo in love?" I tried to act calm. "Why ask that?" "The priority equation she set, drawn on coordinate system, is a heart shape." "Hey, the student all gossip." I didn't know how to answer. Senior sister. At this moment don't know intentionally or not passed by. Reservedly answered in love. The class erupted in chaotic cheers. After everyone left, senior sister and I also walked out of the lecture building together. Cold wind blew against my face. Only then did I realize how hot my face was. You used WeChat to transfer files. Was it on purpose for me to see? I asked senior sister. Yes, isn't it obvious? Senior sister, you really? I was both crying and laughing. Both crying and laughing. Before, how come I didn't see? Senior sister actually had some little secrets in her heart. We walked under the street light. Senior sister again from her bag took out a small circuit board. Not very exquisite. Was the content she just taught in practical class. Seeing me confused, she smiled and pressed the switch. Amid the faint current sound, music started playing. It was Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Under the yellowish street light, senior sister seemed a bit shy. Gift for my little star chronicle achievement. I was stunned for half a day. Only then remembered to reach out to take its skin contact. Only then discovered senior sister's palm was full of sweat. Turns out calm was all pretend. Of course my palm was also full of sweat. I already said when I'm nervous, my small movements become especially many. I touched this and that. Half a day squeezed out one sentence. Senior sister. This is too pure love. But we boys still prefer computers. Senior sister nodded, as if thoughtful. The next day sent me a message. Asked if I wanted to go with her to the mall. A few hours later, in the car I stared at that 5090 graphics card. Mouth opening then closing. Closing then opening. Senior sister, don't indulge too much. Senior sister smiled. Today she wore a gray sweater. Hair also smooth. Looking very worthy of being petted. Giving boyfriend, shouldn't it be what he likes? But your gift is too expensive. Cheap isn't worthy of you. She winked at me. Chronicle achievement, didn't you think the same? But how much was that massager? The weather is too cold. Really want to put my hand in senior sister's pocket to warm up. Senior sister started the car. Asked if I wanted to go eat dinner with her. I hadn't escaped the complicated emotions. Senior sister. If now I want your first author paper, you would all give me right? Yes, hey. Don't. Senior sister hadn't finished, was interrupted by me. Don't use this to tempt cadres. I really will go astray. Lab mates all say winter is coming. Senior sister is blooming again in old age. She started dressing up and spraying perfume. Chronicle achievement, senior brother called me. Your seat is closest to senior sister. Did you smell it? I was speechless. Can I say no? I even thought some gas in the lab evaporated. Scared me into searching for several days. But senior sister didn't know. She had become the center of gossip. To avoid becoming the main characters with her. When eating I specially warned her. Absolutely don't mention our thing in front of everyone. Senior sister nodded. Silently ate for a while then asked again. Why can't I say it? I feel sneaking behind everyone's back isn't good. Senior sister showed understanding. Nodded again. I understand, rest assured. Chronicle achievement. Am already old. Have enough patience. Saying this she suddenly stopped. Raised her eyes to look at me. Expression fragile but seductive. Chronicle achievement, don't hate me for being old, okay? I was baffled by her question. Shook my head, stammered no hate. How could I? Senior sister satisfied continued eating, leaving me unable to recover for half a day. Again at some moment suddenly enlightened, wasn't it? She had realized. I really like this fragile wife type. New Year's Eve. Everyone in the lab went out together to celebrate. Senior sister arrived quite late, but as soon as she got out of the car, all our eyes straightened. She wore the windbreaker and dress from the mall last time, even wore red-soled high heels. I often hear others say, our lab has many beauties, but under senior sister's radiance, so many women weren't worth looking at. A bunch of noisy cheers. Senior brother laughed loudest. Oh my god. Who switched our senior sister to peacock mode? Senior brother looked over, then skillfully flattered. To find a partner still need to find like senior sister. Can post on Sense and Nature. Can also shoot magazine covers. Senior sister smiled, walked to my side. Beautiful. She lowered her voice, asked me. Tone calm. Ear tips like ripe cherries. Alright, now I can confirm. Last time at the mall, she absolutely saw my staring eyes. She always guesses what I like. I rubbed my hair, tried to act calm. Yes, quite beautiful. This time the restaurant was found by junior sister. New Year's Eve, everywhere packed. We waited in the lobby for a long time. Still no empty table. Junior sister suddenly joked. Chronicle achievement, go seduce them. Make them eat faster. So handsome those little girls will definitely listen to you. What are you saying? Senior brother teased her. We're same year. I call senior brother, you call chronicle achievement. Younger one's not calling brother a bit dumb. I was a bit embarrassed. Pretended not to hear the last sentence of senior brother. Only used a joking tone to answer. I kindly am also your senior brother. You treat me like this. Junior sister pressed her lips, smiling until eyes disappeared. Not feeling at all. The surrounding atmosphere suddenly cooled a bit. When eating, senior brother again wanted to lead us to play table games. This game is called Three Kingdoms Tour. Rules also very simple. The leader sets a scope. The next person can only say things within this scope. Can't think of one, must accept punishment. He demonstrated for us. For example, I say Three Kingdoms Tour fruit garden. You can only say apple pear, things like that. Whoever gets stuck drinks. Understood. Everyone nodded. Senior brother again suggested. Every round start. Everyone takes turns rolling dice. Whoever has the highest points starts. Definitely fair. Senior sister rolled the dice, suddenly opened mouth, ask. Senior brother didn't understand, nodded. Yes, this way fairest. Senior sister lightly smiled. Very quickly we understood why she smiled. Because the following rounds, she always rolled the highest points. I watched her gaze lightly fall on junior sister. Then open mouth. Three Kingdoms Tour 4 seasons. Senior sister and her were separated by 4 people. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. Finished speaking, junior sister froze. Could only drink 1 glass. Next round started. Senior sister again. Three Kingdoms Tour 4 great classics. Junior sister drank another glass. Several times like this. Junior sister finally realized something wrong. Changed seats with the person beside. This time she and senior sister separated by 3 people. Senior sister shook her cup. Again open mouth. Three Kingdoms Tour French flag colors. Junior sister speechless. She drank another glass. Senior sister continued. Three Kingdoms Tour TFBOYS. Junior sister speechless to death. Don't say any more, I drink. Another glass down. Junior sister's face twitched. Then covered her mouth and rushed to the bathroom. The atmosphere too magical. If everyone still couldn't sense the problem, then there really was a problem. The table silent for a few seconds. Senior brother probed, asked senior sister, did you practice rolling dice? Senior sister nodded. When little wanted to win everything. Practiced hard following TV programs. Senior sister just now helped chronicle achievement vent anger. Yes, senior sister answered very calmly. Senior brother both crying and laughing. But under senior sister's encouraging gaze. Still asked. The person senior sister secretly likes, isn't chronicle achievement right? No, everyone breathed relief. But the next second heard senior sister say already dating. Senior brother sprayed a mouthful of water. He coughed heaven and earth. Then suddenly remembered something. Speaking of which, before pitiful me have you don't. The person kissed but didn't want to give title. Was also chronicle achievement. This time senior sister said nothing. She only slightly turned her eyes to look. My face had long been burning. Hurriedly waved to change topic. Haha, what and what? You guys look at the fireworks outside, like fireworks. Haha, everyone fake laughed. Haha. Yes, really like. That night back I immediately messaged. Senior sister, what are you doing? Didn't we agree to keep it secret? But if I don't say, someone will break my wall soon. Senior sister sent a kitten crying emoji. But rest assured, the initiative is still with you. I won't pressure you through anyone. Moreover, I won't deprive her of fair competition rights. Words say so. But from that day, junior sister avoided me like mouse avoids cat. Everyone already knew. Senior sister no longer hid. She tirelessly fed me. Gave me gifts while also conveniently took care of the whole lab. Eat one bite, remember the giver. Senior brother led the push. Taking advantage of lunch break, he pulled my hand seriously. I've seen countless girls, never wrong. Senior sister, this person really not bad, she said while chewing. In her mouth was chocolate senior sister just bought. Moreover, first love. Probably before only knew how to study. Result, you kissed once directly awakened her. Saying this, senior brother sipped milk tea. Voice mysteriously lowered. Senior sister is Scorpio, right? Scorpio imperial sister, heavens, I dare not imagine. Feeling like the type who does countless homework before. In bed still pretends to ask you, what is this? Is it here? I speechless to death. Though crude logic not crude. But senior brother's words really too crude. My whole body like boiling kettle. Couldn't help secretly glancing. Senior sister, she was doing experiments not far. Wearing safety glasses. One face focused, high technique. Senior brother still whispering in my ear. Never been in love is good. High nose is the best dowry for women. I don't know senior sister's nose. I only felt my nose increasingly itchy. At some moment, suddenly something dripped on my hand back. Chronicle achievement, senior brother shouted, you have a nosebleed. Don't shoot, please don't shoot. I grabbed senior brother's hand begging. Before finishing, already saw not far senior sister remove safety glasses. Hurriedly ran over. She squatted in front of me, one face concerned. Why nosebleed? You okay? I opened mouth, another drop fell. Senior brother at this moment finally woke up. He meaningfully looked at me. Youth still has strong fire. Senior sister kept asking me what's wrong. I embarrassed to say probably my brain too strong. Could only lie a bit internal heat. Result, she insisted on taking me to school clinic. I couldn't explain. Almost coaxed, pushed, deceived by her downstairs. Chronicle achievement just out the door. I hadn't stood steady. Already heard someone call me, why is it you again? Senior sister pulled me behind her. White condensation ice tone even more aggressive. I haven't asked why is it you? Step aside, I want to talk to Chronicle Achievement. Senior sister didn't move. White condensation ice again wanted to bypass her. Chronicle Achievement, you blocked my contact. All contact methods protected, not letting me in. I really couldn't find you, could only wait here. I watched senior sister ask. You did it, senior sister face not red, heart not racing, open mouth. I was afraid he would affect your studies. White condensation ice still tried to get close to me, but senior sister's arms longer blocked him every time. White condensation ice scratched his hair, seeming really angry. Chronicle Achievement. I want to talk to you a bit. Tell that bitch to get lost. Senior sister raised her head, looked at me, her eyes slightly red again, as if as long as I said tell her to get lost, she would perform crying on the spot. I sighed, said no need. We have nothing to talk about. Finished, pulled senior sister forward. But white condensation ice refused, even directly shouted at my back. The senior told me. That time he saw you at the pharmacy. You heard what I said, then proposed breakup, right? That question he asked on purpose. I knew immediately, cut off with him. My footsteps still didn't stop. White condensation ice's voice increasingly urgent. Chronicle Achievement, you know I'm this kind of person, stubborn. Not good at apologizing. But I waited here over 2 hours. You should understand my sincerity. I really want to make up with you. Yes. Before I also felt white condensation ice, this person enthusiastic, arrogant. Didn't know how to bow. Any words from his mouth were like wrapped in thorns. Later when we were together, he always said my personality is like this. If you like me, must accept all of me. I also thought so. Until I saw him in front of the senior, face cautious and guarded. Even this white moonlight senior, after obtaining, still despised by him. How could I self-lovingly think he really couldn't live without me? My footsteps still didn't stop. White condensation ice could only chase. Chronicle Achievement, I apologize, okay? For all the harsh words I said before. I apologize, okay? Tell that one to leave first. We talk nicely. I don't believe you can like someone else so fast. All my good mood destroyed by him. I really angry. Dryly grabbed senior sister's hand, said no way. True love descends suddenly like this. Senior sister's fingers momentarily stiffened, but very quickly enthusiastically, warmly held my hand back, said yes. Moreover, I will be wholeheartedly good to him. Am not. Eating from the bowl, looking at the pot. White condensation ice face pale. In my impression, this was like the first time I saw on his face bewildered helplessness. What does it have to do with me? Good dog doesn't block the way. Now can you make way for me and my girlfriend? I impatiently looked at him. White condensation ice's eyes lit up unbelievably. Lips also kept moving. I didn't want to hear his nonsense anymore. Pushed him away. Pulled senior sister, walked faster. Just walked far. Again heard an unwilling shout. Chronicle Achievement, I really regret it. I coldly turned around. Last glance at him, don't make me nauseous anymore. If you still have a bit of self-respect, don't harass like a dog. He violently froze. There are always boomerang hammers that return to oneself. Walked very far. I wanted to let go. Senior sister's fingers locked tighter. Chronicle Achievement. I won't give him any chance. My heart slightly chaotic. Nodded, didn't speak. Was about to withdraw hand. Heard senior sister's slightly trembling voice. Chronicle Achievement. Actually, just now you were acting for him to see, right? You basically don't want to give me a title. Raised head, saw senior sister's eyes red again. Even faintly wet. One panic, no. No, I didn't mean anything else. I just felt hot, so let go. Let go, then the girlfriend title still counts. Counts, I continuously nodded. Senior sister then slowly released her hand. That day, senior sister and the group sent several red envelopes, celebrating her first time escaping singlehood. My luck wasn't good. Only got a few coins. Sighing, phone popped up, a voluntary gift, followed by a series of transfers. Note. Written for my achievement. Please guide me more in the future. After being with each other for so long, I discovered senior sister really knows how to pretend. Except when drunk, she reveals true form. Other times, seems always able to maintain calm personality, even if palms full of sweat, ears red like apples. Doesn't affect her seriously working, smiling and talking. I felt happy. Always deliberately teased her. Result, teased too much. Senior sister not only thickened her face, also learned to be smart. She knew I just wanted to see her nervous shy. Simply cooperated with me, big act, pretend innocent. This wants me to teach. That also wants me to teach. Even daily sentences became achievement, I don't know. Teach me even after hugging my neck. Skilled kissing me. She still muttered this sentence. I embarrassed until smoke came from my head. Busily shush her, she laughed triumphantly. Breath sprayed on my neck. Humph, I sighed in my heart. Senior sister really became bad. Someone return me my pure wife.